Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Mocha for the win tonight, folks. We're happy that you guys are here with us. Share the live as you come on. Smash that emoji button as you're here as well, good folks. It's pace, and power. Great to have all of you folks with us. Welcome in the ring. Good to see you. Share. Dolly Anderson, let us know if you're hearing us clearly, Dolly. And all the other folks who are joining us. Mucker for the win. For the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. You know, folks, full marks. Full marks for Mucker. Full marks. Congressman Jonathan Johnson of Illinois. He was in Mucker today. Enid Miggins, did you catch that? Enid Miggins, did you catch that? Congressman Jonathan Johnson. Yeah. Son of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Gloria, he was in Mucker today. He said, I came to listen to the people, not to hear Kwame. Not to hear Kwame. Not to hear but Rawl. Aaron. He didn't want to hear but Valencia. He wanted to hear from the people. He didn't want to hear Valencia. He wanted to hear from the people of Mocha. Mocha Arcadia. You can't say Mocha now. After the congressman has been there, you got to treat him with the respect he deserves. He wanted to hear from Mocha residents. Gloria Van Kutten. Share the live wherever you're joining us from this evening. Robin Kendall. Pace and power. Valencia. You know why I'm from Valencia? You know why I'm from Kwame? No house slaves today. I want to. You see, Congressman, like you understand what's a set piece, but we're watching it. Like the Congressman understood. You are from Valencia. You want to hear from them. You want to hear from Jack Dio. You don't. You don't see. He said, I come to listen to the people. I say, you don't want to hear from Jack Dio. Who vex? We're not warming up. Share the light. Folks was a little late tonight because the rest of Prime was called me. I've been on the phone long. I just did that. You all have words with her. You all have some words with Odessa. Odessa had me on long. Peace and power. Anthony Jarvis, good to see you there. Roxanne Gary, good to see you as well. We got to fight card set. It's only some of y'all missing. We set. Who here with me tonight? Enid, is you? You're singing a little pacing, y'all. You sing a little. I like Congressman Jonathan Johnson. Got Johnsons in my family. Via my grandfather. One of the grandfathers. Jonathan Johnson. I got some Johnsons in there. Got some Henrys too. Yep. He said, you are from Aaron. I'm hearing from the people. I didn't come this far to hear from Jagabats and Trench Crappers. And pose and cricketers and house slaves. I didn't come this far. I didn't come this far to hear from them. I ain't want to hear from them. Man, I probably even want to see them neither. Man probably even want to see them neither. You understand how some people are? You think you understand? You think you understand how some people are? Huh? He said, I ain't want to hear from y'all. No, I ain't want to hear from you. We got to fight card set, folks, do we? We got to fight card set. We set. How y'all doing tonight? You all know the program. You all know we're going from here. Take an overview of some of what happened today. I'm breaking down for you. Take a little overview. Please and thank you. Some of what transpired today. Thank you, Adam. Is who got it tonight? Is Adam? Thank you, Adam. Father of his mercies. The opener. The opener.
The government has refuted claims that it removed the people from lands at Caneview Avenue, Mocha Arcadia, without compensating the affected people.
We moved the 27 residents and placed them in areas where we have given them titles to their own land. They were squatted on those lands by Gaisuku. Those lands were owned by Gaisuku. We have given them titles to their land, and they now live in Herstelling area and in farm, and they're all very comfortable. The ministry have also compensated them for the house that they were living in and caused them to build new houses.
That was Ronald Aaron of the Central Housing and Planning Authority. He said that because of the path of the new highway, the planning unit contacted 34 residents said to be in the path.
7 of them choose not to be relocated. And the Ministry of Housing and Water, and by extension, the Central Housing and Planning Authority, continue to work with them.
He said that those removed were given titles to the land they now occupy. They have been provided with lights and water, he said. However, the contention that the lands belong to Gaisuku has been challenged. Lashana Ellis was one of those whose home was demolished. She's 25.
The persons that collected this money and relocated, they didn't have animals or any other things to study. They just went with the children or whatever. And from these persons, sir, how much of these persons' home were completed? They had a complete home, but how much of it is completed now as we speak? Every day, persons be going back into housing. And sir, for me, we didn't collect the money because $5 million can't build a house for nobody in Guyana.
She said that the 7 have cattle.
Where are we going to put all of this when they relocate you to a residential area where you can't do any of these things? Most of our money, our earnings came from these things, sir.
She said that she was asked to pay for a plot of land that she hasn't seen to date. He said that when her home was demolished, no one was notified.
But I was dragged out of my home, my 2-year-old child. If she didn't have to go to where would bring she for talk here today. She could talk on everything that happened on that morning. Every single thing I've had to endure. My daughter's speaking on this thing all the time. And this is the thing that the government don't see. That they traumatize our young children, even us adults. And no one has ever sent in anybody to give counseling or do a therapy with these children.
She said she had been reduced to sleeping on the floor with her daughter.
And I'm very upset of the manner and the way in which the government treats Afro-Guyanese in this country. It's been going on for years. Sir, I don't think that nobody should come up here and speak us for us or on Caneview because they don't know how we feel. We've been here for years, there for years. They don't know how we feel. Giving us $5 million for a piece of land to build. What about the years we spend there cultivating that place for? What about the years, everything that we did there, the money spent there? $5 million can't compensate us for what we have done there.
Harris, 9 News Break.
Yep. That's how somebody went down, folks. Welcome. That's the overview. Good, folks, that's just the overview. Share the live and smash that emoji button for if you share, you're wicked like them. You're expressing jagabatical behavior. Please and thank you, folks. Please, welcome in the ring. The man who come this far from Ren, Valencia. You are from McCoy, Kwame. No, don't do it. I want to hear from the people. You want to hear from the people. You come too far. You want to hear from Jagdio. No, don't give me Jagdio. You don't want to hear from Jagdio. Wants to hear from the people. Folks, this is Congressman Jonathan Johnson. His family, you know. Son of Reverend Jesse Jackson. So I want to hear from the people. I want to hear from the people had some set piece. You know it's a set piece? Well coordinated. Oh, you can say this, you can say that. One lady coming out talking about, oh, I do my PhD. She hosts anything. She's a moderator. Everybody come to here but you and your PhD. They had some set. You had some politics 101. You don't get some set pieces. You had some set piece today, folks. We had a couple. Anybody want to know what you doing? How your studies going? The man come too far for that. Too far. Somebody said too far. He don't want to hear about that. I had to shut down Mackay too. Set piece. Take a look. Some set pieces you had today. Take a look.
My name is Valencia Ran. I'm a past counselor here, as well as the head of the finance committee, as well as the public servant. I am a training manager at the Ministry of Public Service. I am also a gold scholar. Yesterday was actually my first day of starting my dissertation in becoming doctorate. So I'm saying all of this to say that I've been around the community for a while. I am aware of everything that happens in the community, as well as development, things that we need to improve on, etc., etc.
So the congressman has been in Guyana for a few days and is visiting our country for the first time, and I'm sure by his impressions, he will certainly be repeating visits to Guyana and to our country, in which we have so much to celebrate in terms of our diversity, our ethnic diversity, in terms of our progress and our development, and of course, the way we are maneuvering the challenges that exist amongst us as a country that is part of the global, that faces global challenges and our own internal challenges, nevertheless, moving along in the way that many of our Guyanese brothers and sisters are proud of. And so the residents of Mocha Arcadia, being part of this extremely impressive village, ever since as a boy I've been coming to this village through a relative of mine, my father's uncle. And I've always had the joy of spending good times in this village. And today we see many of the improvements along our East Bank corridor, including the Mocha village. But of course, indeed, as a country, we still have many more things to do in relation to being able to get to the point. And the partnership that has been extended by this village, especially over the last 3 years, as we work together to move the community forward, is one that is truly impressive and continues to enjoy our admiration and support as a government.
The youths and families are benefiting from the robust skill training programs through the Board of Industrial Training, which includes the recently concluded ICT program, and the residents benefited from job opportunities. The Guyana Online Academy of Learners also have scholarships available for any and every resident of this community to enhance education. Provision of grants for the establishment of small businesses are also available and given to families. The final point I would like to make is an indirect development that has a major direct impact on the residents of Mocha Arcadia. What am I referring to? I am referring to the New Heroes Highway. Though this highway is not within the boundary of Mocha Arcadia, since it has been developed, the values of properties in this community have increased tremendously. Like many other developments of this nature, there were many uncomfortable decisions made of the relocation of families. Nevertheless, these families are adequately compensated for their displacement. These are just a few of developments which have materialized for the residents of Mocha Arcadia by this government. Therefore, let us continue to develop this community.
My name is
Folks, the congressman didn't hear from the Mucka people yet, you know. He ain't hear from them yet. He ain't come for know who doing dissertation. He ain't come for hear Kwame McCoy. He got to stay in Illinois and call Kwame on the phone. He ain't come for no road in direct sight through the window and the back door. He didn't come for that. The man want to hear from the people of Mucka. That's who the man wants to hear about. From the good people of Mucka. Not Sir Everett, Sean McCalman, Angela George. I'm just a fast forward. Edward, I'm just a fast forward. And big people like to get to the point. Beyond getting to the point. Kyle just shared on a point of order. Or as the congressman put it. What did the congressman say? You can't remember? On a point of privilege. That's how you approved crime. On a point of privilege. Hold on. On a point of privilege. Kyle says, the beyond wicked, beyond dirty, beyond stink. Thank you, Kyle. Endorsed. Thank you so much, Kyle. Endorsed. Folks, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they went in there to do the dastardly act to the people of Caneview, in my mind, I'm thinking about Hilton Foot. In my mind, I'm thinking about success. In my mind, I'm thinking about the squatters in Amelia's ward. When I went into Caneview to do the mischief and the beyond wickedness, the beyond dirty, when I went in there to do that, we spoke with one of the residents, Mark Gordon, before Hymax and excavators went careening into his house. We spoke to him on the ground to give you context to what the folks here are talking about, in case you're new to the story. Listen to how long Mark says himself and family were on the ground there living, eking out a living on that property. Now they're now giving out to friends, family, and favorites. Listen to what he told us at that time on the ground. Them boys wicked. I want y'all know that, you know. Wicked for so. You don't believe that? You don't? Devon Sullivan, Don Sullivan. Don, you don't believe the wicked? Let me go, Tessa Isaacs. You don't believe it, Avril? In Mikhail voice, beyond wicked, beyond dirty. Beyond wicked, sink and dirty. Them boys. So this is what Mark Gordon told us as we were in Mucka before they mash up everything, bury the people cattle, destroy the shops, pull down the houses. We were there. Take a listen to what a former resident told us. Mark Gordon.
My name is Mark Gordon. I live here 23 to 24 years now. And since I come over here, I doing livestock and farming. I just sell pigs, sell duck, sell eggs, and I just sell fruits because I got a lot of fruits tree. And this is my living. I work with nobody. I work with myself all these years here. So these people come, them survey these land, number your house and everything. Then told me that a road supposed to fall to the back, and we can take the back of the house, can turn the front. Right? Afterward, we hear some people start going in and taking money from these people behind we back. We didn't know what going on all the time. Maybe we do find out because them must keep 2 meetings, we didn't keep 1 meeting. And I tell you they got several more meetings for keep. They never come and keep no other meeting with we. This process keep going on. Some of the people keep going, taking money. We didn't know what going on all the time. We do get to find out is when it's far gone. So we keep holding because we say we know what's going on. We live in this all these years, and if this land for sale for somebody else, we supposed to be the first set of people forget to buy it. They tell you that it's a reserve, and we know it's not, because it gave to my grandfather and other farmers for plant grass from estate. We plant grass, the cows them start breaking and come and eat out the grass and stuff, so we condemn it. People start squat on it. We start live on this land. This is the amount of years that we live in it. All these things them don't tell you that we don't have to move from it. Charles tell you that we have to move from it. The road got space for the road to the back while the rest of the land there. And we believe in though. So there's how it meet to this year. So now people start going in behind we back, taking money. And there's how it end up.
What has happened of recent? Because we noticed they've started breaking some homes. What's going to happen to your home?
Well, we didn't engage with them up to now because the things them that the rest the people that collect money told we that them house and finish. The money wouldn't get can't finish them house. So we said that we ain't going into though. If the people them that collect money and tell you that the house and finish, and them got to come and finish it off. If we collect money, what we going into? The same thing we going into. Well, we ain't going into though. We ain't going and suffer and punish. We live in this all the years, and we live in here good, and we ain't going into that. That makes sense. We gonna punish again. We ain't going into that.
Yep. That is what Mr. Mark Gordon told us before all the mayhem broke loose, before all the corruption found its way into Caneview, Mocha. Before all that happened. That's what Mark Gordon told us. And that's why the Congressman from Illinois is there. He said, come for listen. Not to Valencia, not to Kwame, not to Aaron. I want to hear from the people. And then they run out. Imagine you got all the grievances. And they're telling these good people, you got a minute for talk, 30 seconds. What madness is this? We've been taking these things too long. What's the front to the congressman? Man say, hey, but listen to it. What's in the front? I come for listen to the people. The moderator of Valencia talking long. She talk long, but she dissertation and all kind of stuff. She didn't talk about the dissertation for 30 seconds. But she want the people of Mocha. They must talk for 30 seconds. Take a look.
So if you would like to speak, an indication of hands, there's someone that could go around the floor. I will give you the mic.
Thank you so much for that. But if I could have a point of privilege, this is a family dialogue. If one person wants to talk longer, I am available to listen. So we're going to do this like we're sitting in the kitchen. I want to hear from you. I want to know the challenges. And so I'm not here representing your government. I'm here as a representative from my district, of the 1st District of Illinois, and I want to hear from you. And I hope you would be as candid as you can. Some people are going to take longer because they have more to say. And I appreciate that. So in that spirit, I thank you.
No problem.
You heard what the man said, on a point of privilege. God damn it. On a point of privilege. I ain't come for hear you, Valencia. On a point of privilege. Leaders gotta listen to their people. Everyone has never done that. You start asking a question, he jump in. You want development? You want progress? He jump in. You understand why we have a morning show in a kitchen setting? That's where you talk as a family. You see this boy Kwame, he doing nonsense. He can turn out different. You see this girl Valencia? She's a pompous one. We got pull she line. She got to accept Jesus back again and live victoriously. You see this one Aaron? He got some scampish ways. We got sending to Sunday school more often. That's what we do on the kitchen table, man. The congressman said, I'm here to listen. I got time. I was there in Mabaruma. I went at Embatero on the border with Venezuela when that referendum was being passed. I was at Yarat in Region 9. Even swooped down in Mabaruma, Central. He ain't going to the outlying areas. He frightened too bad. The man spoke for about 5 minutes and gone. He listened to nobody. Chopper, near the hill, chopper, but 40 soldiers sleeping around him. You gotta listen. The man said, come to listen. You don't tell me they can talk for 30 seconds. It's my meeting on a point of privilege. You know, he telling she, how's the mixer hip hey? Not you. With your goal, whatever you're doing, your dissertation. I am the big sahib here. It's my meeting. Let it talk as long as you want. I got time. People who govern must have time to listen. You must get time. I come to listen. I got time. Don't rush them. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Congressmen have to come and fight for the people of Mocha to speak? Because they want to shut them down with a 30-second statement response. 30 seconds. Like it's a commercial. Talk for 30 seconds, shut your mouth and go about your business. Business as usual. Yeah. That is how Irfan and accustomed to doing business. But people operate differently. You see this thing called democracy? It got a lot of meanings to people, you know. Plenty. Listen to the congressman make his introduction. Set the tone for what was to come. Take a look, take a listen.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. Thank you to members of the government. But most importantly, I'd like to thank you and the Mocha community for coming out today and giving me this opportunity to hear from you. I'm Congressman Jonathan Jackson, born and raised in the city of Chicago. But let me just share with you a brief remark. We are one people connected by oftentimes just one boat stop. The history of slavery that has separated our people. We are the people of the diaspora, be it from Brazil to the northern coast of South America, throughout the Caribbean, through North America. We're one people that have been separated by one boat stop. I am here as one of your brothers, one of your colleagues, one of your friends. I want to hear from you. I don't have a speech to give you. I want to know your hopes. I want to know your ambitions. I want to know your challenges. I want to know the pains that you've expressed. I've gone around the country. I've been offered this opportunity to be here today by President Ali. I want to thank him for having extended that opportunity. President Ali also encouraged me to meet with the opposition and to come into the community and listen and to talk to you. That's why I've taken him up on that. I thank you for receiving me this morning. I know our histories have so many parallels. I went by the Statue of Emancipation for 1763 to see the statue of a great liberator and the abolitionist, if you will, Cuffy. It immediately shook my bones to think that it was 1963 that Reverend Martin Luther King gave that magnificent speech of I Had a Dream, that you all had long fought for the abolition of slavery many years before we were even recognized as human beings in North America. We're one people. We trace our history back to 1619 in the United States. I've heard of 1627 here, and it was even before that. We are in so many ways in our infancy of understanding the long, dark night that we've been through in our history. So in the spirit of bringing us together, understanding what we can do together, understanding what this government must be held accountable for, the challenges that we face, I've come out to hear from you as a representative of the United States Congress, representing the 1st Congressional District, and I would like to share with my colleagues what I've heard from you, and at that, I would like to take a seat, and if you'd be so kind, not to have this as a monologue, me talking to you, but as a dialogue, you sharing with me what I should know, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Folks, you think you understand what this congressman said? He says, shut up, Kwame, you're talking too long. Valencia, shut your damn mouth. We want no monologue here. We want a dialogue around the kitchen table. Shut your damn mouth. You got to understand diplomatic speak. Shut up and sit down. That's the man whole presentation there, you know. That is the congressman's entire presentation. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Kwame want to talk for half hour. Half hour. So the man set the tone. I come to talk to the people. But how we going to hold this government responsible? A great poet, Martin Carter, talks about the history of our wounds. The congressman talked about the long, dark night that we've been through and coming through with knees on our necks. Knees on our necks. But it is the MP, Nima Flubas, that started the ball rolling this morning. With some of the atrocities that have been happening in View. The Honorable Member of Parliament, Nima Flubas, on her feet. Take a listen to some of what she said.
I am the Honorable Nima Flubes, Member of Parliament and a resident of Mocha community. So it is truly an honor to invite you to this, to welcome you to our community. Like my residents, I was informed through social media of your coming here. Now, I have a threefold presentation, and I've put together videos on this flash to give to you so that when you get back home, you can look at what I've spoken of. First of all, history. This year, Mocha celebrates 130 years. And we're very proud of that achievement. However, as a community, we are in a struggle and fight to save our lands that we have acquired from our ancestors, with methods that are being taken. In the 130 years that we celebrate, this morning I have the View, some View residents here. I'll ask them to stand so that you can see them. Are the persons, View residents, please stand. Are the residents whose homes were graded down on the 5th of January, 2023 by the government in the name of the development of the four-lane highway. I wish that I can take you to the spot for you to see that they were not in the way of the road. The information is here. Secondly, so these are the KMU residents, and they're not comfortable. Secondly, flooding, and I'm quite sure you'll hear more about that. I have a bag with vegetables on the ground. Mark, you could take it out. The vegetables are currently under threat from flooding as a result of works not being done during the dry season that is being undertaken now in the rainy season. Congressman, flooding in our community, from the time we have this government, 2020, they said they were building a bridge and they blocked the drainage canal, all the farmers lost. 2022, deliberate flooding was done to this community from water being drained from other communities into the canal, and there's no pump there. So all the water is being flooded on our farmers. And thirdly, 2024, now in this rainy season, I am witnessing again the loss of many crops as a result of work that was not done during the dry season. Here I have my video evidence that I put together on a flash for you to have. And thirdly, the invasions of our lands. Congressman, we have lands in this community that many of our farmers have been farming for years. I grew up on the farm. My family have a farm. I have a farm. Because of the rainy season, I have to pick out my soursop, lemon, and all that I can reap because of the water on the land. Some of them rotting because of the water. Could you believe the leases for many farmers are not being renewed since we had a change of administration? Hence, many of our people are operating in limbo, not sure what will happen or if a grader will come to grade them down. We have lands in Arcadia, they're our ancestral lands. The NDC would have written to the government for assistance to have those lands sorted out. What we have, ministers coming in, making their own arrangements, not engaging our elected officials on these particular matters. And so currently the south end of Arcadia, I have pictures here, the government has sent people there to occupy our lands. And we have the same issue the front. So these are three critical issues, which I believe from listening to your bio, would be very important to assist us to help the government to understand that we're all Guyanese and deserve to be treated equally. I thank you.
Yep. You is going to wait for the You is going to wait for the close. I come for listen to the people. I ain't want to hear Valencia. I ain't want to hear Kwame. It's not a monologue. You spend 5 minutes listening to the people and then you talk for 3 hours. LaShonda Ellis spoke as well about the history of her wounds, her long dark night, the trauma of her kids, reliving that event, that intrusion in their homes, destruction of the livelihoods there in Caneview, Mocha. She spoke as well. You all think it easy? Ring the bell to some of y'all, wake y'all up a little bit. John Passat, Terence Lewis, Ingrid Stanboard, Relinda Jordan, Wendell Fraser. We understand what's happening here in Caneview, Mocha. Man said, come for listen. I come out to listen. LaShonda said, I got a couple of things I want to say too. Take a listen. Take a listen. You come for listen, Nasa? Take a listen.
Good morning, everyone. Fellow villagers and Congressman. My name is LaShonda Ellis, and I'm one of the residents from Caneview, which is people. I don't think I don't stand up here so and start trying to talk English because when I talk about the situation, it brings tears to my eye. I don't think that no one that don't know our situation should speak on it. Sir, I'm 25 years old. I started working at the age of 15. Trying to add on behind my parents' place so that I could be comfortable. I have a 3-year-old child now. At that time, she was 2 years old. The persons that collected this money and relocated, they didn't have animals or any other things to study. They just went with the children or whatever. And from these persons, sir, how much of these persons were completed? They had a complete home, but how much of it is completed now as we speak? Every day, persons will be going back into housing. And sir, for me, we didn't collect the money because $5 million can't build a house for nobody in Guyana. $5 million cannot build a house for a family of 9. We have cattle, we have farm. Where are we going to put all of this when they relocate to a residential area where you can't do any of these things? Most of our money, our earnings came from these things, sir. And the government has put us in a situation whereby we can't be comfortable and live the life that we want to live. I paid for a house that 1 year ago, and I've never seen the plot of land yet. Every time I email out it's next month, this month, and the month. and people from abroad coming into Guyana, and they're able to see land and access land within a month. Young Afro-Guyanese, I must say that, because the problem seems to be Afro-Guyanese problem. Would like to own my own land. I'd like to be successful, and I'd like to set out stages and things and goals in life that my daughter could follow. Sir, on the 5th of January, when housing came into our community, we were not notified about any of these things, but I was dragged out of my home, my 2-year-old child. If she didn't have to go to bring she could talk later today, she could talk on everything that happened on that morning. Every single thing I got to endure. My daughter's speaking on this thing all the time. And this is the thing that the government don't see. That they traumatize our young children, even us adults. And no one is sending anybody to give counseling or do a therapy with these children. This Mr. Aaron Parker was speaking on him, they got deceived the people of Kenview. Because he came and he said one thing, and after that, that is not what happened. When housing first came to Mocha, they said they will be coming for more meetings. They never came back. They never came back. They met with the residents individually. My mother was offered $5 million. None of us did that. Now, I don't know if you know how $5 million work. But, sir, $100,000 I go to the supermarket and come out, I got us more money. We cannot build a home with $5 million. Look at all these people that came that day to break our home. That they fighting by their house. And I am still sleeping on the floor with my daughter. Because I am trying daily to get back to where I was. I am sleeping on the floor with my daughter. I'm not ashamed to say this because I was not like this all the time. Yeah. And I'm very upset of the manner and the way in which the government treats Afro-Guyanese in this country. I don't think that nobody should come up here because for us or on KNU because they don't know how we feel. We've been here for years, They don't know how we feel. Giving us $5 million of a piece of land to build. What about the years we spent there cultivating that place for? What about the years, all and everything that we did there, the money spent there? $5 million can't compensate us for what we have done there. Thank you, sir.
Folks, as we said, they had some set pieces. Don't go no place. You go hold for the closer. You go hold for the closer. You hear the hurt in that young lady's voice? You hear the pain? You hear her name calling? You hear the demon? Her name calling? Well, here was a set piece too. I can tell you all. Aaron was a set. Then the man said, come for here, the residents here. I want to hear no damn person from housing. The man is asking to talk to the people. Valencia calling Aaron. She's another one of the Aaron ilk. Aaron, because he's a set piece, you see. The plan was, the people can talk, and then they can set you right. They're trying to stage manage the congressman. They can set you right. Aaron run out. Take a listen to y'all by Aaron. Aaron run out. Annette, Michael says Aaron is a big time cross. Leslin is a demon. Take a listen. Only by Aaron. He ran out. Take a look. Take a listen. We come for listen.
Mr. Aaron, Mr. Aaron?
Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Congressman. And let me say what a pleasure it is to meet you this morning. My name is Rob Aaron, and I represent the Central Housing and Planning Unit, by extension, the Ministry of Housing and Water. And I would like to commend Congressman on the matter that Ms. Honorable Klubes spoke to, and that is the issue in relations to the relocation of residents in the Cane View area. The Central Planning and Housing, after identifying the path for the highway, we contacted 34 residents. And out of the 34 residents that we have contacted, 7 of them choose not to be relocated. And the Ministry of Housing and Water, and by extension, the Central Housing and Planning Authority, continue to work with them for months on months, advising them of what was on the table for them. A matter of fact, we moved the 27 residents and placed them in areas where we have given them titles to their own land. They were squatted on those lands by Gaisuko. Now, those lands were owned by Gaisuko. We have given them titles to their land, and they now live in Herstelling area and in farm, and they're all very comfortable. The ministry have also compensated them for the house that they were living in, and caused them to build new houses in those areas. The ministry continues to work with these residents in relation to not only relocating, but to having them properly resettled, ensuring that the electricity and water that was being stolen, they now have legal connections. They now have access to education, access to schools, access to better roads. And the 7 persons who have not removed, even though that matter is before the courts right now, and I can't comment on it, we have worked with them, and we're willing to continue to work with them to ensure that they're covered.
Well, I tell you, all had couple set pieces, eh? You always got some house slaves. Always got some. Why your name always calling? Why you go and wait for the closer? You go hold for the closer. You want to brace it over. But before we get there, we right about there. Right about there. You remember Vashti Fredericks from Peters Hall? That run out of jail? Huh? They tried to flood out Vashti afterwards in spite. Vashti found her way over there, Vashti Fredericks. Listen to some of what Vashti had to say. And then we wrap up.
I have lost one of my siblings, my brother. Sorry for my voice this morning. I've lost one of my brother. We haven't buried him as yet. And we're in turmoil. Because I'm from Pitizol, my name is Vashti Fredericks. I'm sure enough you heard me with Mr. Edgel on the radio, on the internet. Mr. Aaron is here. So what I want to tell this morning concerning Pitizol residents and the bridge that is there, there's a lot of disadvantage going on, terrorism and bullyism. I tell you that this morning. There was no legal document came to us when this bridge started. They started a project, and then they came to us. We had to move out within 3 months, right? So I born and grew there. They say you fruit trees. Are you compensating me for my fruit trees? No, they give me. I said, take off my hat and say, watch my hair, watch my face. You giving me trees to plant back when? You got to give me fruit trees with fruits on them. Because they sign up to all the government political lawyers. I don't understand. Mr. From Housing, Mr. Aaron, he was on the ground with us when they came in, and every time a different person from the housing came in, they covered a different situation. The government had no policy for us, no principle, nothing at all. Because every time anybody take it, one man threatened me a morning if I don't want to give my ID card for them to see my correct name, if I think I can stop housing. And I said, you come to bully me this morning. I said, this is terrorism. Right? And like, oh, yeah. Every time a different minister come, now the land take over. Aaron, they say, they giving us the land, they giving us money, and they will give us the land. And then now the land came and said, you got to pay $3 million for the land. Right, Mr. Aaron? Land free. You got to pay $3 million for the land because we're taking advantage from the government. That is what he said. Now the government send the evaluation officer. We imagine the resident had the right housing for us to have a meeting with the minister. We went to a lawyer and so the minister of housing came in to see us, right? And then they bring the document and bring it. We had to move out within 3 months, 2 months. They saw the guy like yo. We are living in an industrial area. That was a residential area. That is why of the fourth, fifth generation. But we living in turmoil. Right now, we clap on the floor. They were watching the time. Why they cook in that turn off your stove? Because the pot will jump off. Because the war going on, the price will be about to blow up. I tell you this morning, let me tell you. This very what is going on. And what they did, we told them we're going to get our own valuation because and then we agree. When I go there, we see for meeting. When I stand up to talk, he said, meeting done. Meeting done. I said, you're not acknowledging me. Meeting done. I'm minister of the government and treasury like this. I said, you not see me? Yes, ma'am, what you want? There's a minister of the government. I'm here to my concern. Like you want to abuse me, that's standing on the line. Right? I said, I come concern my concern. When the president built a fence, I said, no memorial can be called. Let me give the exact word. He built a fence with 50 million in the pool. I said, minister, go outside and push it in for what millions of dollars. Right? But I guess a lot of advances going on there in Pinzal with the residents because we all went to take the Indian people with us to do the private valuation and to say, yes, we can do it. Now the Indian people get their private, all of us get their private valuation. They pay the Indian people on the private valuation. Look, I have a house, they pay $55 million and they can't pay us. God don't even tell people God will skin them up. A document come and stick in the fence that they did a proposal with this man here who got a big rotten house. And if you see people at the house, would they give him 20 million, 30 million, and give that man $55 million? When I went to Mr. Aaron, I said, you don't see me. I said, I come for two things. I come for you to see me, and I come for you to do a proposal for me. Because a proposal was written by Mr. Aaron. And then he said, Mr. Bash, it's Bash is the man. I didn't call him to him. He said, no, that would be interest or conflict of interest. I can't do that, Mr. Bash. I didn't call no name to him, but they're so guilty of what they did. Mr. Bash house, $55.5 million. Let me tell you what's going on today. One guy coming to see what's going on. We don't have no proper road. This government is very inhumane to people, to human being, man. And everybody there in the government, they live in nice and sweet. You can eat very nice, but whole night in China, they walk in. The last time I had to be, I know they are hearing on the media, begging somebody to come and release us, walking our yard. We have children, can't go downstairs. Probably somebody from the NDC came and released us. The Chinese black up the cold mouth, flooding we out. There's a lot of injustice going on there with us.
Lot of injustice. Congressman Jonathan Johnson said, I come to listen. It's not going to be a monologue. I want to listen to the people. Good folks. Listen, he did. Put it closer. For some reason, Kwame felt he had to put things to right. Like Aaron ran out. To put things to right. The man said, come to listen to the people. Like they're not like English difficult. For Kwame and Valencia and Demon Aaron. Like the English difficult for them. The man said, want to hear from the people of Mocha. Every 2 minutes, they're running out. And Kwame felt that he had to set some things right. As a representative of the government, after all, as a house slave, he got to set some things right. Tell me what the fella said. He's Mr. Put it right. Well, what the Congressman gonna do now? What the Congressman gonna do? For the closer, he better share the damn live. He better smash that emoji button. Go forth. The closer.
Congressman, if I may, because I sit here and it is really an affront to my reputation as a member of this government, and I take it very seriously. Very seriously. Now, there have been many things said here, and that's fine. People can have their views. But we must be able to be factual and to be accurate. And you would notice that in this very room, everybody's going to have a chance. I have time. Everyone will have a chance. This is my right to reply as a government. I will not allow it. Everyone will have a chance. I am saying,
President,
for those who are claiming racism at the hands of the government, let us just think about whether the issues that are before us has anything to do with race versus what the reality is. I know you came here well coordinated from the Acme Army. I know you came here well coordinated. One moment, please. One moment, please. One moment. Survey. One moment, please. One moment. May I get your attention for one moment? Is this the impression we want to give the Honorable Congress? Everyone will get an opportunity to speak. One at a time, please. Let's show respect to our distinguished guests by one person speaking at a time, please. We cannot hear everyone at the same time. You all have valid points to make. In orderly manner, he will capture what you're trying to say. So please.
If I could have a moment, please. What I would like to do, and I thank you so much for your candor, I would like to limit this conversation to the residents reporting to me. Mr. McCoy, that privilege, if persons could form a line, share with me your thoughts, give your expressions, and I would say respectfully, in the interest of time, so that other neighbors could share as well, please make your point and we can accommodate quite a few people.
Hear that? Come for listen to the people. Shut up, Kwame. Sit down. Shut up and sit down. I would prefer if the people are reporting to me. I want to hear from you. All you heard that? I would like to limit this conversation to the residents reporting to me. And that's what the congressman said. And that's our time, folks. And that's our program. I want to limit this conversation, Kwame. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from Aaron. I want to hear from Valencia. Or any extraneous person. Non-essentials. I want to hear from the people. If you didn't share this broadcast tonight, you're wicked. That's our time, good folks. And that's our program. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. And let's just limit this conversation to the people. Notice that man could say, they're rowdy. Catch me another time. They're misbehaving, hey. The thugs, hooligans. As the PPP would have done. He said, I'm going to listen. Let us limit it to the people, not Kwame. He can have your own meeting whenever you want. It's some other time. Somebody else's expense. That's our time, folks. And that's our program. Thanks for joining us this evening, each and every one of you. Pace and power. That's our time. Jacqueline and Ingrid, Edward, Karen, Debbie and Wilton, Maxine, Gail and Beryl, Tessa, Zoanne. Thanks for joining us this evening. Share the broadcast before you go, folks. Smash that emoji button as well. That's going to do it for us this evening. Stay safe.